Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we are smoking up our very own pulled beef. Let's get started. Here is a chuck roast. Now before we get started guys, I have to apologize. I'm coming off something kind of nasty, so I'm still a little bit congested. So if you're hearing my voice is a little weird, that would be why. Now for this cut of steak, basically we're just going to do some minimal trimming here, pull off anything too fatty. As you can tell guys, there's a section of fat that goes to the middle of these cuts. We can't really cut it out, but we don't want to eat it. It's not going to render too well. So what I usually do is I just cook it as is, and then when I'm shredding these, I just pull that piece out. It's not too difficult. But in general, you're going to find these cuts about the size of 2 pounds to maybe 4 or 5 pounds. I haven't really found anything bigger than that. But this is about as big as I usually find them. This is about 2.5 pounds. So you're not going to get a ton of meat when you're cooking these, but you'll get enough for maybe 1 or 2 people. And you can always buy more and throw some more on. But basically, this is pretty nice. There's not a lot of trimming that needs to happen here. So we're just going to move directly on to salting. And I'm going to go with my usual salt here, guys, which is about a teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of meat. Just get it nice and salted down. And then you know the drill. It's going to go into a wire rack and into the fridge. Then we'll come back and we'll put some rub on here. But salt, salt, salt. All right, wire rack, into the fridge we go. A little bit later, our salt has been absorbed, so we can get this thing rubbed down. I'm going to take her off the wire rack. And for a rub today, I'm just going to go with my tried and true coffee rub. I'll have the recipe down below. It's very easy to make. I'm not going to go with a binder. This meat looks pretty moist, so I don't think I'm going to need it. But we're just going to coat everything down with our rub. And since there is no salt added, since we already did the salt step, you can kind of go ham on here. Now this is a really good rub if you're planning on adding sweetness later, which I will be doing. We're going to have this with some barbecue sauce on some sliders. And of course, don't forget your sides. Now that looks good to me. Now I'm getting my smoker up to temperature at 180 degrees. The reason I'm going so low is because I'm using a pellet smoker today, and most of that smoke is going to come from the lower end of the temperature spectrum. I'm going to start at 180 for a couple hours, get as much smoke on there as possible, work on that bark, and then we're going to bump it up till we get to about a stall, wrap it, bump it up even higher, and run till the end. So I'm just going to stick a probe in there so I can monitor remotely. And let's get it onto the smoker. Couple hours into our smoke, and our bark seems to have set pretty well. And honestly, I think this is about the maximum amount of smoke that this piece of meat is going to take on. So I'm going to bump the temperature up just so this cooks a little bit faster. We're probably going to go maybe about 225 to 250. And we're going to run at that until we hit the stall. Now, I'm also probably going to start spritzing it with a mixture of apple cider vinegar, or apple cider, hard apple cider in my case, and beer. So bump the temperature up, let it keep going until we get to the stall. About 6 hours in, and we are definitely stalled. We're sitting around 165. Nice bark on the outside. I just sprayed it, so it's moist, but bark is definitely set. I'm going to get it off, and I think we're going to wrap her up and then throw it back on and push this through the cook. Now to wrap this is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to put some butter on top. Any fat will do. If you've got some tallow or if you've got some ghee, that will do as well. I'm just going to use good old-fashioned butter here. Then I'm going to pack a decent amount of brown sugar on here to get some sweetness into this. There was no sweetness in our rub, so I'm adding in some sweetness here, and then we'll get some more with our barbecue sauce that I end up serving this with. That looks pretty good to me. And then lastly, I'm going to take some of that cider I used for the spritz. I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of the pan here. Help braise it a little bit. Get a little bit of steam to cook a little bit faster and keep things moist. Then just take some tin foil. You could just cover the top, but I want to actually get it kind of as tight as possible. So I'm kind of going to go like so. Try and have it so the air cannot escape too much. Perfect. Now this is going to go back onto the smoker. We can continue cooking at 225, but I'm going to bump it up to between 250 and 275, and that'll take this to the finish line where we can actually start to shred it. We're looking for it to probe tender, which will be somewhere around 200, 205, that kind of area temperature. But we're looking mostly for probe tender. We want everything to just pull apart perfectly. Let's throw it on. Okay, so our meat went onto the smoker, wrapped up for a couple of hours, and I left it there until it probed tender. Like I said, temperature about 250 to 275, and we went to the point where probing it kind of felt like butter. Here's our finished result. I took it, left it completely wrapped up, and threw it into a toaster oven at about 140 degrees, which was enough time for all the juices to kind of pull back together. And now, as you can see, we can shred it, and pretty much perfect. Super easy to shred. This is exactly what we wanted. We want it to be nice and soft. Now, I mentioned before when I was trimming that there's a section of fat through the middle here that we want to pull out. That's all this right there. I'm going to pull all this out because no one really wants to eat this kind of gross fat. So this is going to come out. You can use it for stock or whatever if you want to, but I'm just going to get it out of here because it is not a great addition to anyone's sandwich. With that section removed, it's very simple, guys. Just shred it, same way we do with pork. Really nice looking bark on here. Great smoke ring. And I bet it tastes yummy too. Now I like to add a little bit of the juices that we pulled that back into it, just to get a little moisture. But I am going to serve this with a homemade barbecue sauce, so that's not necessary. But that gets a little moisture back in. Time to give it a little taste test. Perfect. Now in the Northeast, and particularly the East Coast in general, pulled beef really isn't that popular. Pulled pork is obviously the king. And if I'm being honest, pulled pork is definitely my favorite, but pulled beef is pretty darn good when done correctly. Especially when you can take something kind of chewy and hard, like a chuck roast, and turn it into something fantastic. You know it's going to be something we're going to want to try. This cook took me about 8 hours to smoke this down, which included a lot of time in there just to get a lot of smoke in the beginning, which paid off with our beautiful smoke ring. And we allowed some time for our bark to set, and then we wrapped it just like we would for a pork shoulder. And then waited a while for it to completely cook so it's probe tender. I am pairing this with a homemade Kansas City style barbecue and some coleslaw. And of course I have some slider buns. And you know what, guys? I'm really starving, just like always. It's time to give this the old-fashioned chomp. There's nothing not to love here, guys. It is a delicious barbecued and smoked beef with some great barbecue sauce and great coleslaw on a slider bun. If you're looking for something to smoke up and you're getting tired of pork, guess what? This is a great choice. I'd really be interested to know what you guys think. Do you do anything other than pulled pork? We've done pulled chicken on this channel. We've done pulled beef now. What's next? I think we got a couple more animals we're going to pull in the future. Some a little more exotic than others, but I'd like to know what you guys think down below. If you guys cook this up, let me know what your thoughts are. And as always, the YouTube jazz, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And most importantly, guys, cook something fantastic, and I will see you on the next barbecue. Bye-bye.